How's it going, dudes? And welcome back to Fire Emblem the Three Houses. Let's continue on, shall we? I know the last video was just a battle, so let's continue on with that cutscene, shall we? What did I notice? Since when has it been called Red Canyon?
I wonder why it is that you recall this place.
Yeah.
You must be weak of heart. Each time I speak, it scares you so.
You
Although
surprised
the
me.
battle's at an end, do not feel too at ease. Well, anyhow, I am quite fascinated by this place.
Are you?
As far as I can tell, this is your first time here.
Oh. Yeah, have you been here?
Here? I dare say it would be impossible to have forgotten such a place as this. I must admit I am unsure. Beyond the name and this strange feeling of familiarity, I can't seem to remember anything about this place.
Oh.
And yet, a great depth of emotions tied to that sense of familiarity. Like joy and sorrow, pain and love, and all things in between. If I was somehow here before, I wonder what took place.
Yeah.
Professor? I was wondering where you were. It's about time we headed back to the monastery.
I guess we should.
It is time to depart. But know that time reveals all things. One day I will remember that which I have lost.
I don't... I bet you will.
Oh, by the way, it seems you've earned my gratitude. The thieves who came here are no more.
Yeah. Grateful, yeah.
I am not sure myself, yet I am grateful all the same. In any case, you must become accustomed to my voice. If you fall down with shock each time I speak, that just won't do.
Yeah, it won't.
Oh, you think you're standing strong? Of course you are. It was a jest.
On our way out, I had the chance to observe the Red Canyon. Did you notice anything, Professor?
Like what? I did.
Of course. I expected as much. The area was covered in ruins, each more curious than the last.
Uh-huh.
They did not match the architectural style of any era or culture within the Empire, or across all of Fodlan for that matter. That can only mean one thing. The Valley civilization must have flourished and fallen in the distant past, long before the Empire was established.
Really? I was thinking aliens.
Who do you think lived there?
Mediterranean beans. Agricultural long since perished.
It's possible they weren't even human. Perhaps their remnants still influence this world.
Perhaps. Do I get to do anything now?
So you have safely disposed of those bandits. I pray that their souls find salvation.
I don't.
But why did they target the students to begin with? We must further investigate the true cause of all that took place. Until we know more, I ask that you support the students and relieve them of any unnecessary worry.
Understood. Of course.
Good. I have high expectations for you. By the way, how was your time in Xanadu? Legend has it, in ancient times, A goddess alighted upon this world in that very canyon.
Oh?
For a goddess from the heavens, AznDood could only have been a temporary haven.
A goddess?
Long ago, the divine Seros received a revelation from the goddess. A gift to help guide the lost. The goddess is always watching over Fodlan from her kingdom above. However, in ancient times, the goddess graced this world with her presence and offered salvation to the people here.
Really?
She is the mother of all life, the arbiter of every soul.
My father never told me.
I see. During your time here, I pray that you come to devote yourself to the teachings of Seros.
It won't
Lady
happen.
Rhea, I am sorry to interrupt. There is something I must ask about in regard to those bandits.
As you wish. We shall continue our discussion when next we meet.
Alright.
A goddess? I have no memory of her. But then, I have no memory at all.
Yeah. You don't, do you?
Oh, how bothersome. It is as though I know, and yet I don't. Perhaps AznDood was my home back when the goddess walked the land.
Perhaps. Or perhaps you were the goddess.
If so, what does that make me now? A ghost?
I don't know. Oh, come on.
No, that cannot be. I am most certainly alive. Of course, we also have the mystery of why I'm here with you. Is it somehow connected?
Maybe.
Perhaps some past regret is stopping me from moving on, and now I'm forced to stay with you instead.
Dear. Oh. Why?
No, that's not it. I can't believe in such a meaningless existence.
She's getting sleepy again. She fell asleep.
Part 1. White Clouds. Garland Moon. Mutiny in the Mist. When the warm winds blow from the sea to the south of Adrestia, residents of Fodlan know that the rainy season is upon them. Before the heavy rains take their toll, young women hurry to pick the last of the white roses. The ivory buds are woven into garlands and given as gifts to close friends or potential lovers.
Come again?
Professor, I have a new mission for your students.
Oh boy.
We have received reports that Lord Lonato has rallied troops against the Holy Church of Seros.
Why would he do that?
Lord Lonato is a minor lord of the kingdom. He's been showing hostility toward the church for some time now.
Alright.
A vanguard unit from the Knights of Seros is already on its way to his stronghold, Castle Gaspar. Lord Lonato's army is nothing compared to the Knights. It is quite possible the rebellion has already been suppressed.
Even so, I would like for your class to travel with the Knights' rear guard to deal with the aftermath.
War zones are unpredictable. We do not expect you will have cause to battle, but be prepared for the worst.
Alright.
Excuse me. You sent for me, Lady Rhea?
Hello.
This is Catherine. She will be leading the Knights whom you will be accompanying.
Alright.
Nice to meet you. We've heard a lot about you. If you need anything, just ask.
Okay.
She is one of our bravest knights, and that is no small feat. Only an exceptional few have what it takes to join the Knights of Seros. This mission should prove useful in demonstrating to the students how foolish it would be to ever turn their blades on the church.
What? Well, okay.
You have spent quite some time in here engaging in such idle chatter. Do you not know that we have not a moment left to waste? must try harder from now on.
What? I didn't even know she was there. Since when has she been there? Alright, that was interesting.
You came at just the right time, Edelgard.
Is that so?
Yes, I have a story for you. It's about a pair of nobles living about 100 years after the founding of the Adrestian Empire. One was Derek von Eyre. People called him the Warrior Prime Minister. He bravely led soldiers into battle and mowed down his enemies. And the other
Was the Emperor of the time. She wagered the throne in a duel against Derek and won. Why don't we do what our ancestors did and have a little duel ourselves? That's what you were going to say. But the answer is no.
You interrupted me!
Oh. Edelgard.
The Warrior Prime Minister used a dramatic line to propose the duel, and you did not allow me to say it!
My apologies, Ferdinand.
Well, at any rate, you were correct in surmising that I was about to challenge you. But you were rather blunt in your refusal.
Ferdinand, control yourself. When will you tire of challenging me in pointless competitions?
I can quit now if you insist on it. I will not challenge you again.
You expect me to believe that?
Why do you look so surprised? Of course it is not a valid duel unless both parties are willing. Now that you have refused outright, I must come up with some other way of getting that which I seek.
I'm afraid to ask what you could possibly mean by that.
I am also afraid to ask.
Only that I will find some other way of showing everyone that I am superior to you.
Man, he's got a superiority complex.
Huh. I will write a handbill listing your accomplishments, alongside my own more impressive accomplishments.
Again, superiority complex.
Copyists will produce thousands of these pamphlets and distribute them far and wide. Then everyone will know about my...
This has to stop. Perhaps I should have ended things with a duel after all.
That probably would have been for the best.
Bernadetta, why are you following me? You were following me quite conspicuously, so why attempt to hide now?
Please don't hurt me!
Wow, this is awkward.
Calm yourself. I have no reason to harm you.
Forgive me, I beg you! I'll go straight back to my room and you'll never see me again, I swear!
Bernadetta,
Yes, Lady Edelgard!
please explain why you were following me and why you tried to hide.
Is Her Highness saying she will not condemn me?
Please, speak like the human that you are. I already said no harm will come to you.
Yes, I'm sorry. Permit me to explain.
This is so awkward.
Lady Edelgard, you are fearless. I look up to you as an example to follow.
And that explains it. How?
I decided to watch you from a distance, to learn from you, but your presence is, intimidating.
Yeah.
I got more and more scared until I finally couldn't help but try to hide. Forgive me, I threw myself upon your mercy.
Honestly. Look, nobody is truly fearless. Even I have things that I'm afraid of.
She's right.
What? You do?
You seem oddly overjoyed at the thought.
No, of course not. But, what in the world could possibly frighten you?
The sea. I find the pitch black of the open sea at night quite frightening.
That's actually a pretty common fear.
I can't swim, so if the sea were to wash me away, I fear I would never return.
And just when I thought me and Edelgard didn't have anything in common, I too cannot swim.
The sea? I think I may have seen it once. Maybe. I didn't know you couldn't swim. That's a surprise.
Again, my shortcomings delight you. Everyone has fears as well as things they can't do. How many times must I tell you?
I really did make you angry.
Oh boy.
With this
Another one
idea,
with
I
Ferdinand.
may be able to get the one up on Edelgard.
Oh boy.
This again.
Hubert! I wish you would not sneak up on me like that.
Maybe you would be more perceptive if your mind were less burdened by sedition.
Sedition? Absurd. This is an important project.
Yes, I heard. A new way to prove how superior you are to Lady Edelgard. She is not your rival, Ferdinand. She is above you.
Ouch.
A noble like you ought to know his place.
Anything is better than being a noble like you. Every time you open your mouth, it's Lady Edelgard this or Lady Edelgard that. Do you ever think for yourself? You follow her around like a pet. You spend all of your time fretting over her, and yet you never truly express an opinion of your own.
Yeah.
Before you reprimand me, take a moment to consider your own failings.
Your nonsense is tiresome, so I hope this will be the last time I have to remind you. Lady Edelgard is the Imperial Princess. You are merely the Prime Minister's son.
Yes, I understand that. But my duty is to guide her, to give frank advice when she is on the wrong course of action.
Yeah.
That is what I strive to do, always. Thus my devotion to surpass Edelgard, so that if she needs guidance, I will be prepared to give it.
That actually sound... That sounds pretty well thought out.
If you think it is tiresome to have a mind of your own, you will never be much of an advisor.
That is true.
Does the river of filth pouring out of your mouth ever stop flowing?
I am actually on Ferdinand's side.
Your obsession with all things superficial is disgusting. It's no use. You're hopeless. I'll take my leave.
I have nothing more to say to you. Get out of here.
And this is the point of it.
I'm not finished with you. I am Caspar!
Okay.
What's going on, Hubert? You need something?
I watched you training earlier. Pitiful display.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
You yell before every move.
I know. I do it on purpose. It's how I get fired up. Was that a problem for you? You scared?
Stupid habit. If you value your life, you'll break it.
What are you talking about? It sounds like you might have a problem with me.
As a matter of fact, I do. If it was only your own idiotic life at stake, I wouldn't bother saying anything.
I am disliking humor by the moment.
But it's not. Your foolishness hurts everyone.
Ooh, you sure do love to hear yourself talk.
Suppose you were to shout on the battlefield as you did in your training today. It is very likely the enemy could anticipate your next move based on your insipid blather. And what if your allies are startled by your outburst and fumble with their weapons as a result? This is not to mention the obvious fact that you would utterly botch any covert operation.
Oh, that is true.
You really think I'm that stupid? I only shout when it's completely necessary. I don't do it all the time.
Whatever habits you develop in training, you will reproduce on the battlefield. Combat is tense and frantic.
He's right about that.
You will default to your training whether you mean to or not.
Hey, why don't you just shut up about it? I can control myself. You're looking pretty tired, Linhart. I think you could use a little more of the fighting spirit.
I believe you have enough fighting spirit for the both of us.
He probably does.
Enough? There's no such thing. You need as much as you can get if you're gonna train.
I'd rather pace myself. You're becoming too much like your father. I still recall with startling clarity the time he forced me to do some training.
I remember your father wasn't too happy about that. Our fathers actually got into a fight over it.
They hate one another so much. I simply cannot fathom what's wrong with the two of them.
I wish they'd just have it out already. One big fight to settle things. My father would win, obviously, but it would still be fun to watch.
Really? Are they having that conversation?
That would be rather cruel. I don't think anyone in Fodlan could beat up your father. My father does have the height advantage, though.
Height advantage? What does that matter?
When two opponents are of similar strength, the one with the height advantage wins. It's pure math.
Yes, they are having that conversation.
Whoever forces the other to submit wins. That's how fighting works. It has nothing to do with height.
Brute strength alone doesn't decide a fight. And taller people have longer limbs, too. Longer limbs equates to a longer reach. Taller people can hit you from farther away. Oh, and they have more leg strength.
That's not entirely true. The leg part.
There's also that... Well, I'm bored explaining this. I think you get my point.
No, I don't get it. Now you're talking about limb length and reach? None of that matters when you're up close and brawling.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to agree with you just so I don't have to keep talking.
If you've got something else to say, then come out and say it. Actually, no, forget this. I'll prove it to you myself. Some of those new knights look pretty tall. I'll fight one just for you.
And off he goes.
They're all so strong, I couldn't land a single blow.
So it's as I said then, isn't it? The tallest fighter has the advantage. And my father could beat yours in a fight.
I think I'm gonna end this video here. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. After you, subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you in the next video.